We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Back to throw. Richard. And now he'll tuck it and run. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
And him running the football is not something the defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the gun, Richard. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Rodgers now on 1st down. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw from his end zone, O'Neal. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Taken in at the 11. And an alley to run. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Operating from the gun, Richard. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 6 there on first. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Richard. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it.
Now let's go. Green.
They'll try and pick it up with Lewis. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
4 down.
Now a handoff working right. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Richard. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
I don't know how many times Not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Houston. 56 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get this down only to the 18. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Back at the 16 now after the sack. Here's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 319. 319.
Operating from the gun. O'Neal. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Oh, that one got away from him. Short distance kick missed. No good. Way wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now they'll run with Lewis. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. The gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. To throw on 3rd down. Richard. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
I think this is where we see how the game has moved along a little bit. Free safety, no blitz, but reads the play, has no responsibility in coverage, and takes a gamble and goes against the quarterback.
Well, is that a spot, though, where when he's coming, the quarterback needs to be able to find somebody or not necessarily?
Has to, because with that amount of time coming from the free safety position, someone should break open.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Over. Cut.
Looking to throw. O'Neal. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. O'Neal. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll start things on 1st down with Dion Lewis. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Titans on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Richard. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Now Lewis. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down, Richard. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Richard over the middle, complete. That's Barry. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And room there to work it inside the 25. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he rifles one incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Richard. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. 1st and 10 right at the 20. From the gun, Richard fighting his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Back to throw. Richard. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. Operating from the gun, Richard. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Lucky. You know that's one that he would love to have back. That should have been picked off. Threw that one into a crowd. He's just so fortunate the defender couldn't react fast enough and get his hands up.
So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Here's Corey Grant now to return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And going deep into heavy traffic, and a It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Detroit! Detroit!
The final shot before break. Richard throwing the out route incomplete. That's Taylor. A gain of 6 there on first. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
3 down. 3 down.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. O'Neal, he sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. O'Neal. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. It's a quarterback sneak. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. It's their quarterback. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans draw a bit closer. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for two.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Yeah, that's true. You've said that before. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. So first and 10 now from the 30. They start the drive on the ground with Lewis. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20. Looking to throw. Richard. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
To throw on second down. Richard. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, Richard. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll run it now out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Richard. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by HOU. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Back to throw. O'Neal. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
To throw again, O'Neal. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And they'll go on the ground. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical, spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
Looking to throw on second down. O'Neal. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league, and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
On third down, O'Neal. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. O'Neal. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game. And it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On third down, it's Grant. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And his kick is indeed good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. He stepped right up like a pro.
Spinning away. And he'll return this one all the way out of the other side of the field.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, then he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
Aaron Colvin there to make the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Operating from the gun, Richard. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Back now in Nashville. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. From the gun on 3rd down. Richard. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And now out comes Houston. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Throwing again. O'Neal. Got a man complete. It's a tight end tomorrow. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. From the gun, O'Neal. Over the middle, complete. It's Fuller. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Operating from the gun. O'Neal. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. A big-time play there for the Texans. 44 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Back to throw. O'Neal throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a third down. From the gun, O'Neal. He is going to find Hill here. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Play action. O'Neal. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
No. Check. Patriots.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
To throw on 2nd down, Richards. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Richard eluding the pressure right. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Detroit! Gun! Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And over the middle here, Amaro this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
He'll look to throw. Amaro's got it, left side. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Detroit.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. And now the Texans want to call another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Lewis. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
Blue 90. Blue 90. Go, D. Let's go.
The Titans go victory formation down to a knee.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Titans, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for Houston, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Want to play?
Airheads. Play more. Play delicious.
Bye.